Okay, the defensive driving doesn't give you a rule to break the law in Kenya. That's something that you should know. If you have the certificate for defensive driving, it doesn't give you the rule or the chance that now you have this certificate, you can do whatever that you want. Remember, you as a driver, you are there to drive safe, that you don't interfere with other road users, no matter who you are, even if you are driving the president. And that's why you normally see when the president is passing, they evacuate all the vehicles from the road. You see? Yeah, they can't just maneuver through the other vehicles. So it's not allowed you as a driver to just overtake from the wrong side.
So yes. Mambo Sam,
karibu sana.
Nice to meet you again.
Yes.
And thank you for always welcoming us here at ZAP.
Yeah.
Hii ni shule mzuri sana. And actually, huwa naambia my viewers, I always feel like I have come back home. Juu hapa ndipo nilifanya driving, nikakuja endorsement, nikapata B3 ya taxi.
Yes.
Na that's why huwa na advise watu sana.
Okay.
But leo hiyo sio topic nataka tuongelelee leo.
Yeah, tunashukuru sana.
So leo nataka tuongelelee about defensive driving. So before tuingie kwa hiyo topic, maybe unaweza introduce and then one word or two about this beautiful institution.
Okay, thank you. My name is Samuel Oduor, and I'm an instructor here at ZAP, and we are here with our former students. He's our friend and our student. He was our student, and we thank God for him. Kwa hii platform yenye anatupatia ZAP tuweze kujimarket pia na tuweze kufundisha pia wengine more about the driving wenye hawezi wakafika hapa hivi. Na pia kama unaweza ukafika, ukiona pia tunasaidia sana, unaweza ukafika hapa hivi. Yeah.
Sawa Sam. Tueleze defensive driving. Kuna hii swali watu wengi wameniuliza. Wananiambia what is defensive driving? When do people go for it?
First of all, defensive driving is not something different or something difficult yenye ujui yenye ufanyangi kwa shule. We normally do them at school, but ni vile tusa the name defensive. First of all, if we can describe the defensive driving, is a way of you as a driver, you can drive your car in a way that you don't interfere with other road users. With more tactics, other than not only just following the rules venye inafaa, but you can quickly react to something that it might harm you as a driver. So you react to it as soon as possible. So we call it like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah, you react to it within 2 seconds. You have already decided that I have to do this. Yeah.
Na nikuulize, kuna job specific zenye zinasemanga lazima uko na defensive driving course or something? All people just do it for the purpose of just for their self defense.
Okay, exactly. There are jobs zenye ukienda kufanya lazima ulizwe about the certificate ya defensive driving. Hautaambiwa tu kama ulifanya, but the certificate now. Unaona, kuna jobs zenye ukitaka kutafuta, like for instance, mostly yenye tunajua yenye nimekuwa nikipata ni when you want to be a driver wa pengine mtu kama MP maybe, unaona, ama hata ambulance, unaona. Yeah, those are defensive driving people, unaona, wenye wanajua nini yenye wanafanya, they are ready to react to something. So kuna pia qualifications za hizo zinakuadd. Ukiwa nayo inakuadd,
inakuadd more value.
Yeah, exactly. So lazima ukuwe na hizo vitu, like defensive certificate lazima ukuwe nayo. Some companies they don't ask for that, but through giving you the interview they will just see that you are able to react to. So you are able
without
to
the papers.
Without the papers. Yeah.
Na sasa let's say for myself, I am a personal driver for myself, a private driver.
Yeah.
So I don't carry anyone, I just carry myself and and my family. Is there a need for me to attend a driving, how do you call it? Defensive driving classes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's very, very important. Not only for for job opportunities, but even you as a person. You as a person, when you are driving your personal car, inahitajika sana kwamba ukuwe na hiyo knowledge. And as I said before, kwamba driving, defensive driving si kitu geni. is what you it depends with the school yenye umefunzwa. Unaona, like for instance sisi hapa hivi tunafunza watu kwamba waendeshe magari zao pia waendeshe, but we normally teach more of defensive driving. But the only thing that we don't give is the certificate, because we have not been accredited to give the certificate by the NTSA. So but we teach more of defensive driving, because we know kwamba once umetoka hapa hivi you are going to find rogue drivers outside there. So how are you going to react unaona with the other road users? So lazima ukue nayo, you as a personal driver, gari yako unabeba watu wako, unaona, cause hata ule mwenye anachukua anaenda kubeba hata pengine MP ama MCA ama president, unaona, he's just a person, anataka safety, and you personally you need a safety for your family, watu wenye unabeba kwa gari yako. So you must have that skill ya defensive. And if I may talk about more about the defensive driving things, defensive driving, for instance, you as a driver, you are driving on hilly areas. How are you able to react on hilly areas? Unaona, hilly areas venye zinaendanga hivi, unaona, barabara ni unaona, so how are you able to react? Will you stop driving because haujazoea hiyo area? You won't stop, sindio? Lazima utaenda hiyo area yenye unataka.
Na by the way kuna mtu tulikuwa tunaenda na yeye, it started raining, akaniambia Jose shika udrive, siwezi endesha.
Exactly.
So are those type of the skills that defensive driving needs to feel?
So unaona, you are a student here, you are a student here, and now the guy was telling you, was the guy with the license, driving license?
Yes, he's a qualified driver, but he was like, it's raining too much, he cannot navigate that.
You see now, as I said before, that we are teaching, we will teach you here how to manage all the situations. So venye umesoma huku hivi, you have that skill yenye unaweza ukaendesha hiyo, it helps you. Si ati ulikuwa umeajiriwa with the guy,
hapana,
unaona, ni vile sasa the guy was not able to maneuver during that area, during the situation, unaona, maybe mist ilikuwa, unaona, mvua inanyesha mingi. So defensive driving is more of that. Sisi hata mvua ikiwa tunakupeleka barabara, uweze kupambana na hiyo hali, unaona, uweze kupambana na hiyo hali. For instance, hata tena pia ukiwa mahali penye kuna slippery areas, ukiwa kwa slippery areas pia ni muhimu sana uweze kujua kwamba saizi ni gia gani nafaa kuwa natumia. Unaona, those are the defensive driving skills. Unaona, the defensive skills ya drive gari kwa slippery areas, unajua kwamba hapa nafaa kuenda na speed gani, knowing the speed that you have to use at a certain
circumstance.
Exactly. Unaona, so lazima ukue unaweza kujua kwamba saizi nafaa kutumia hii gear, speed yangu inafaa kwa hivi, unaona. So that is all about the defensive driving pia. Na pia areas zenye ziko na tuseme congestion ya watu, watu wako wengi kwa barabara,
watu wengi kama time ya campaign, watu wamekuzingira kila kona, utamanuva aje uweze kuondoka hiyo area, unaona, bila kuumiza watu. In most occasions unaweza umekuwa ukiona, unaona, watu wakiendesha gari, unaona, watu wako kwa barabara wengi, unaona, unapata that the guy ana maneuver, anapita hapo hivyo, unaona, that's a skill, unaona, that's a skill yenye haanzi ati kupanic. Unajua mtu anaonanga watu wako mbele, unaanza panicking up and down.
For instance, kama tunaweza nikakuremind what happened in the last Madaraka Day last year with kama President Uhuru alienda Kisumu, venye gari zilikuwa zina maneuver hivi, that driver, uwezo ukasema that driver alikuwa tu driver,
not a normal driver.
He's not a normal driver, ni mwenye ako na defensive driving skills, unaona. So na si ati ni venye tu alienda shule na amekuwa akipractice each and every time, unaona. Another thing pia ni about fear. Unaona, fear, ufai kuwa na fear, unaona, uoga kwa barabara, unaona. Hiyo pia ni kitu kingine yenye inaweza kukusumbua sana kwa kudrive. And that's another skill of defensive. Unaona, wewe si muoga kwa barabara, unaona pale umereact, bump, umesikia bump ndio hiyo, ufai kuwa umepanic. Unaona, umeona bump pale, just compose yourself, jua kwamba now I have to do what, kama ni ukanyaga clutch, kama ni ukanyaga brake, you compose yourself. How you compose yourself determines a lot sasa unaendesha gari. So fear ni X kabisa. And that's why tunajaribu kuambia student kwamba mambo na fear
waache kando
kabisa, but tunajua most of the students wanakuja wakiwa na fear, but at the end of the day when they come out from ZAP, fear itakuwa imeondoka. Even if I give you right now one of our students, unaweza ukaona
but then niliona wengine last Saturday and they were very confident. Actually it was, I think, their second session, and you could tell that, you know, the aspect of fear washai conquer.
And another thing that favors us also is that the way where we are located, we are located to the road, main highway. We are dealing with Githurai vehicles. Each and every time when we go out, we must step on this highway. So it's
inaitangwa deep end.
Exactly. So it's a big challenge for us as instructors, but we must make sure that these students comes out here when he is perfect.
Na nikuulize, ukipata defensive driving certificate for instance, does it give you some room to break the road rules? Because most of these drivers you have mentioned, let's say ambulance, driver or politicians, in most cases they are always caught on the wrong side. Maybe they are overlapping or using the wrong side of the road, or, you know, using hazards where they shouldn't be using. Does defensive driving certificate give some leeway to break some traffic rules?
Okay. The defensive driving doesn't give you a rule to break the law in Kenya. That's something that you should know. If you have the certificate for defensive driving, it doesn't give you the rule or the chance that now you have this certificate, you can do whatever that you want. Remember, you as a driver, you are there to drive safe, that you don't interfere with other road users, no matter who you are, even if you are driving the president. And that's why you normally see when the president is passing, they evacuate all the vehicles from the road. You see? They can't just maneuver through the other vehicles. So it's not allowed you as a driver to just overtake from the wrong side. If you are caught, you will be
the law will catch up with you. Anything else to add onto that?
Okay.
Because I think it's a course that I should really consider, because sometimes there are some areas I go to drive and I honestly feel like I'm very insecure. Sijui kama umewahi enda tu place unaona people are on each side of your car, watu hata wengine wanakufungia side mirror, unashindwa what do you do? Sometimes there are people who stop completely, wanasema hii gari siwezi endesha until watu wa clear. So I think for me is a course that I would highly consider, and I know someone in mind that I would highly recommend. Juu kuna mtu akiniendeshanga always ako tu na uoga, yani anatakanga tu kama usiku ili kusikue na any interruption. So how can you tell anyone who is a driver today and they are maybe facing these challenges of, you know, confidence and how to maneuver difficult situations, what advice can you have for them?
Okay. On that note, I'll say that first of all, I'll say that ZAP is the best place now you can come with that fear, because the main hindrance for all the drivers, the starters, is the fear. Everybody fears all about the driving, you see. But here at ZAP, we will take you through from the scratch. You come here, you know nothing, you have that fear. We are ready to take you through step by step. And by the time you are coming out from this school, you will be a perfect driver without fear. And I told you, as I said before, fear is the key. Once you have that fear, you can't maneuver, you can't overtake when you have the fear. You see, our student, when you see from lesson 5, lesson 5, they can overtake vehicles. We are using the main highway, lesson 5. So that shows you that we have those skills that will help you as a student to overcome your fears. With the theory teachers, we take you through each and every step before taking you to the practicals on the highway. So everything is okay with us. Just to tell you, just come here at ZAP and you will be okay.
Sawa. Nimeshukuru sana. Mungu akubariki kwa kupeana all this information for free.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel like you should be paid, but people who like this information, I will put the contact information for your school.
Yeah.
They can call for any advice or if they want to come, and then